Hello everyone and welcome to ESCA English Speakers Corner, your academy to learn and master English. Today I am going to talk about the present simple, and this is very nice tense and easy to learn. But before we tackle the present simple, I have to highlight that every tense has three forms. The affirmative, where you bring in information, you tell people about information. The negative, you deny it. And the interrogative, you ask for the information. Let's start with the present simple. For the affirmative, the form is very simple. The structure is very simple. The verb doesn't change. It remains the same, except when the subject is he, she, or it. It's the third person singular, and it can be a name of someone, like Adam, like Shannon, like Hussam, or something like a chair or the house, but it should be really singular. Here, all you need to do is add in the s to the verb. Otherwise, the rest remains the same. Examples: I enjoy my time, but Miral enjoys her time. She enjoys her time. He plays football. It works well, for example. Okay? So here you see we add s at the end of the verb. And you have really to start practicing this in writing, then read it, and through time you will speak using the correct form. For the negative form or structure of the present simple, guys, here comes the role of the auxiliary verb to do. Remember when our teachers asked us to learn to do, to have, and to be by heart? Because in every tense we need one of them. And here, to do as an auxiliary works as a helping auxiliary to the verb or to the present simple, to the tense present simple. So the structure is easy. You bring do or does according to the subject. So if the subject he, she, it, you use does. Otherwise you use do plus not plus the verb in the first form. Don't and doesn't are only contracted form of the same structure, which is the negative. For example, I don't need your help, or she doesn't need your help. For the interrogative, guys, here we call them also the auxiliary questions. They generally start with an auxiliary, and as far as the present simple uses to do as an auxiliary, and we start the question with an auxiliary, it is also considered as auxiliary verb. And the answer to these questions is yes or no. So the structure, you have to learn it by heart. You start with auxiliary to do or does plus the subject plus the verb plus the rest of the question. You start with the auxiliary to do conjugated with the subject that comes after it. Do, you, does, she plus the verb plus the rest of the question sometimes. And don't forget the question mark. Examples: do you understand his accent? Does he understand English? You see, do you and does he. Now, let's tackle the... So, number one, repeated actions like daily, monthly, yearly activities. An action that is frequently repeated, never done, but there is a repetition. Or the opposite, negative form. I never go to the gym. I always go to the gym. Every Sunday I go to a party. The second use is the general truth and facts, and this is something that you cannot change it, like the water boils at 100 degrees. And the last one is a permanent situation where you have to say your position, your where do you live. For example, I live in Algeria, and this is a permanent situation. Unless I change it, I will use the past simple. I lived in Algeria, now I live in Dubai. This is just an example. The question of the video now: if I say watch, I write he watches. Kiss, he kisses. My question is, when do we have to add es and not only s? Write it in the comment and wait the answer in part 2 of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget, we are ESCA, the New English Speaker Corner Academy, online. If you want to join us, text us on WhatsApp or email us, and we'll be very happy to have you in our academy with more fun lessons and lovely people. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.